الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back to Tajweed in 10 minutes. This is simplified rules of Tajweed for beginners. This video is lesson 3 on Qalqala letters. In this video you will learn the meaning of Qalqala, what are the Qalqala letters, when to do the Qalqala, the levels of Qalqala, and the makhraj, the articulation point, and the sifat, the characteristics of the Qalqala letters. Meaning of Qalqala. Qalqala literally means to echo, and technically it is a permanent quality that creates an echoing sound or a slight vibration in the makhraj. What are the Qalqala letters? The echo letters are called Huruf Qalqala. There are 5 letters of Qalqala: Ba, Jim, Dal, Ta, and Qaf. And in the Arabic alphabet, most of them are placed near the beginning, like as you can see, Ba, Jim, and Dal. Ta is near the middle, is around the middle, and Qaf is near the end. And if you cannot remember these letters in the alphabetical order or in the Arabic alphabet, then you can learn Qutubu Jaddin, where all these 5 letters could be found. When to do Qalqala? When any of these letters appear with a jazm, then you will do Qalqala. Only when they have a jazm, a sakin. So when they are mutaharrik with zabar zir pesh, then there will be no Qalqala. Similarly, when you make an ayat on one of these letters. So when making an ayat on these letters, even though they are mutaharrik, they will have zabar zir pesh, but when making an ayat, the zabar zir pesh will change into a jazm. Hence there will be qalqala on these letters. Levels of qalqala. There are different levels of qalqala. There is the strongest level when making waqf on a mushaddad letter of qalqala, and there is a strong level when making waqf on a sakin letter of qalqala, and there is a weak level when the sakin letter of qalqala is in the middle of a word. So if you look at the example of the strongest level, in the first example, the word fil hajj. So hajj, the jim is mushaddad, it has a tashdeed. So when making waqf on this letter, the level of qalqala will be strongest. In the second example of al-haq, qaf is mushaddad, qaf has a tashdeed. When making waqf on this letter, the level of qalqala will be strongest. And in the third example, the word is watab. When making waqf on the letter ba, ba is mushaddad, it has a tashdeed, the level of qalqala will be strongest. In the second level, when making a waqf on a sakin letter, so the dal, if you look at the example on the ahad, the dal turns into a sakin when we stop on ahad, and the level of qalqala will be strong. In the second example of a samad, the dal will be a sakin when you stop on this letter, and the level of qalqala will be strong. And in the third example, either hasad, the dal will be sakin when we stop on this letter, and the level of qalqala will be strong. And in the final level, the weak level, is when the sakin letter of qalqala is in the middle of the word. So if you look at the first example, the ta is a sakin letter, it is in the middle of the word, so the level of qalqala will be weak. أطعمهم. In the second example, abtar, the ba is a sakin letter of qalqala, it is in the middle of the word, so the level of qalqala will be weak. And in the final example, hablun, ba is a sakin letter of qalqala, it is in the middle of a word, so the level of qalqala will be weak. The makhraj and the sifat of the qalqala letters. the first letter is the letter Qaf. The makhraj of Qaf is extreme back of the tongue rises. When the extreme back of the tongue rises and touches the soft palate above it, the letter Qaf will come out correctly. And these are the qualities, the sifat of the letter Qaf. The second letter is the letter Ta. The makhraj of Ta is when the tip of the tongue touches the gums of the upper two incisors. And then the letter Ta will come out correctly. And these are the sifat, the qualities of the letter Ta. The third letter is the letter Ba. The makhraj of Ba is when the two lips close together. The letter Ba will come out correctly. And these are the sifat and the qualities of the letter Ba. The fourth letter is the letter Jim. The makhraj of Jim is when raising the middle of the tongue. The middle of the tongue rises and touches the hard palate above it. The letter Jim will come out correctly. And these are the sifat and the qualities of the letter Jim. The final letter is the letter Dal. The makhraj of Dal is when the tip of the tongue touches the gums of the upper two teeth, the upper two incisors. Then the letter Dal will come out correctly. These are some of the sifat and the qualities of the letter Dal. So today in conclusion we have learnt the literal meaning of Qalqala, which is to echo, and the technical meaning of Qalqala. It is a permanent quality that creates an echoing sound. There are 5 letters of Qalqala: Ba, Jim, Dal, Ta, Qaf, Qutubu Jaddin. And when any of these letters appear with a jazm, or when you make an ayat, make waqf on them, then the Qalqala sound will come out. We also learned the levels of Qalqala. There is a strongest level when making waqf on a mushaddad letter of Qalqala. There is a strong level when making waqf on a sakin letter of Qalqala. And then there is a weak level when the sakin letter of Qalqala is in the middle of a word. And finally we learned the makhraj and the sifat, the articulation point and the characteristics of these letters. There are different makhraj and there are different sifats, the quality for each of these letters. Jazakallahu khairan wa ahsan al-jaza. Remember, Tajweed, after studying this, we need to make effort. It requires effort and practice, studying the Quran and recognizing the Qalqala letters, making the Qalqala letters sound correctly. And for this, we need to study Tajweed with or by an experienced Qari for our Quran to be recited or to recite the Quran correctly. Jazakallahu khairan wa ahsan al-jaza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.